I've been here since about 3 p.m. this afternoon just to talk to the fans, experience the build-up behind Gold Rush, and let me tell you, the hype is real. There have been fans tailgating out in the parking lot since 7:30 this morning. I was also able to speak with some of the students when they were getting their tickets last week. Some of them were in the library and hopping from one computer to the next because the website would keep crashing. That is how excited fans are to be back in Bobcat Stadium, and the beauty of it all is the feeling is mutual. When I would talk to the players throughout fall camp, I would say, aside from going out and playing a game in Bobcat Stadium, what are you most excited about? And all of them, in some way, shape, or form, said the fans. And there's about 20,000 of them here tonight. Well, guys, through Montana State's first 4 games in the season, they have the best run game of the entire conference. And while much of that credit goes to Isaiah Fonse, and as it should, being that he rushed for 217 yards against Portland State, after the game we spoke with him and asked him about his performance, he immediately credited his offensive line, saying they play with urgency and they go into every game prepared. We spoke with Lewis Kidd about that as well, and he said, we do that because we know that anybody can beat us at any point in time in the Big Sky, and it's no different when facing Northern Colorado this week. This is the 3rd annual Pack the Place in Pink game here at Bobcat Stadium, but Montana State football knows that this is much more than just competition today. Coach Vegan's mother actually is a breast cancer survivor, and he spoke to the media about that earlier this week, saying that this cause is very near and dear to his heart, and as much as he loves seeing the blue and gold in the stands, he loves seeing the pink a little extra today. I was also able to speak with a couple of players about the cause, and RJ Fitzgerald and Jeffrey Manning, and both of them said that every time we step out onto the field, we know that we are representing a lot more than just the game of football. What a year it's been for Montana State football so far this season. Started out ranked 12th in the FCS top 25. Now this week, they are top 3, ranked 3rd for the first time since 2011, 10 years, and Coach Vegan says he's very proud of his team for that. However, they have a championship level mentality going into this year, so he says they're not satisfied. They haven't really accomplished anything, and even though Idaho is 3-6 on the year, they are not taking these guys lightly if they want to win the Big Sky Championship, as well as make a run in the playoffs and host back here at Bobcat Stadium. This week's rising star is senior defensive end Daniel Hardy, and he's made that transition from outside linebacker to defensive end effortlessly. You've been able to see it in today's game, but it has not been easy, you guys. He has had to intake close to 6,000 calories a day to go from 220 pounds to 240 pounds. And while he credits a lot of his success there to cookie dough blizzards at Dairy Queen, he also credits his coaching. But when I spoke to D-line coach Sean Howe about Daniel Hardy, he said it's everything about his work ethic. He said he's truly a one-of-a-kind player, and actually he's a coach's dream. So whether it's the cookie dough blizzards or the work ethic or the coaching, Daniel Hardy is shining at the defensive end position so far this season, and you've been able to see that out on the field today. And with that, we'll be going to break.
Let's go down on the field and join Alex Eschelman.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. I'm here with head coach of the Montana State Bobcats, Brent Beacon. Coach, what'd you just tell your guys in the locker room coming into the second half?
Well, it's a pretty uneven half.
2 pick sixes for your Bobcats defense in that first half. How have they been able to be so disruptive on that side of the ball?
Well, we had a tremendous plan.
3-point game. They started to pick up in that second quarter. What adjustments do you need to make?
Well, we had a terrible end of the half.
What did Eric Zambrano's interception do in those final minutes of the first half to really capitalize on the production?
Yeah, he completely flipped the half back around.
Idaho State playing really tough on both sides of the football. What adjustments do you need to make to break away in the second half?
Well, this doesn't really surprise me how they're playing. We have to play better.
4th all-time in receiving yards and receptions. You were a captain your junior and senior year. Is there a specific moment that you're most proud of?
I don't know. It's hard to, beating the Grizz 4 times in a row. That's pretty sweet.
It doesn't hurt.
So being able to be a captain and being able to put up some good stats stuff, that's great. But I think beating those guys over the hill, I'd say those are probably my fondest memories for sure.
And I'm going to take you one step further down memory lane here to our days at Oak Ridge High School in El Dorado Hills, California. Any of your favorite memories stick out to you besides Spanish class, of course?
Yeah, Spanish class for sure. I think that's the one if I had to, go back in the memory bank. I think Spanish class for sure. Yeah.
How about playing for the Trojans, Friday Night Lights? When you think back to those times, what do you think about?
I really cherish the memories back then, and had a great quarterback back there too. So a lot of fun, but being able to play here in Bozeman too, like those 2 places, so super special to me, and so just a lot of fun at Jeff.